Welcome back. You're watching Startup Street. Now, cybersecurity startup Astra Security has raised $2.7 million in a growth capital round that was led by Emergent Ventures. Now, the company had previously raised about $120,000 in a seed funding round from others in 2018. This round of fresh funds is going to be used to accelerate its development, enhance its capabilities, to uncover some vulnerabilities in cloud environments, and double down, more importantly, on its focus on using artificial intelligence. For more on this, joining me now is Shikhil Sharma, the co-founder and CEO of Astra Security. Shikhil, thanks very much for joining us here on Startup Street. You've been cash positive while scaling. What made this the right moment to raise funding, and how do you plan to deploy the money, this $2.7 million you've raised?
Thanks a lot for that. And yes, we've built the business in a very scalable, we've scaled massively, but we built the business in a sustainable way because that's been our DNA since day one. And with AI coming in, we saw a massive opportunity that we could actually build a really, really large outcome out of our business, hundreds of millions in revenue. And that led us to actually raise this growth capital from Emergent Ventures.
Okay. I was reading that you've uncovered more than 5,500 vulnerabilities a day last year and helped customers prioritize remediation of more than 2 million of those. You claim the number could triple by year end. Largely, what does this tell us about the evolving, threat landscape and the work that you're doing in this field?
Oh, absolutely. That number is correct, and it's growing massively as we speak in 2025. So with AI coming in, right, everyone is talking about productivity. We're talking about AI agents to do your financials, do sales enablement, sales outreach, customer relationship management, you name it. Everything using AI, right? Which means like people are becoming super productive. Interestingly, threat actors and hackers are also getting more productive and innovative. So hackers are also building these AI agents which hack 24/7. So as we all know, you need fire to fight fire. So at Astra, we're essentially building this platform which mimics hacker behavior to find vulnerabilities continuously in our customers' websites, APIs, cloud servers, you name it. So that's how we actually using AI. We realized that one interesting insight that we had was that whenever you hear about a breach or a data which got leaked due to a hack, a lot of times it's not really one vulnerability. And a lot of times it's not even a vulnerability which is a high severity vulnerability. So what usually causes a breach is essentially 2 to 3 vulnerabilities combined with each other. And those vulnerabilities could be one medium severity vulnerability, one low severity vulnerability, but combined with each other to actually cause a breach. So what happens on the organization side is whenever they get a pen test done or a security scan done, they just prioritize based on that severity score that they get, that it's a high severity vulnerability. But usually there are other vulnerabilities which get overlooked, that's the kind of correlation that we are able to offer to our customers, where we tell them that, hey, I mean, you're just looking at this low, high severity vulnerability in silos, but probably you should not be looking at it because there's some other defense mechanism in your system which is mitigating it. How about looking at this medium and low severity vulnerability in your APIs and your cloud servers, which can be combined to actually cause a breach, which can be fatal. So that's something that organizations seem to value quite a bit.
All right. Speaking of organizations, you've built a client base across 70 plus countries. And, if I look at your customers, they range from ITC to Mama Earth to Muthoot Finance. It's quite a wide range. Tell us where you see the next big growth opportunity, the next big market in terms of growth for you, across segments, across geographies. What are you looking at?
Absolutely. I mean, the innovation's been received really well by customers across the geos. Interestingly, we do not have any feet on the ground in the US right now. And that is one of the areas where we would plan to expand with this fundraise, where we without having any feet on the ground in the US, we've managed upwards of 60% of customer base, which is in the West, in addition to a lot of customers in India and APAC region. So we've realized that with this inbound marketing, we've managed to crack customers across the globe. So if we actually are putting a targeted efforts with sales team and people on ground in these geos, the growth potential and the types of customers that we'd be able to get would be many, many more. And a special focus would be on mid-market as well as enterprises going forward, because we've realized that when it comes to mid-market, these set of organizations usually have good amount of budgets for security, but they do not really have the expertise of choosing or navigating through the sea of jargons of all sorts of keywords that cybersecurity field comes with. So we've built a solution which actually is essentially helps them navigate through that. Helps them achieve the outcome without navigating through the jargon, and works really well for lean to no security teams or engineering teams which are security conscious.
All right, Shikhil, we'll have to leave it at that. Thanks very much for joining in with that, and we wish you the best with your venture going ahead.
Thank you.
And with that, it is a wrap on this edition of Startup Street. From Shruti, Ritu and me, goodbye and many thanks for watching. More news and updates coming up on the other side. Stay tuned.